Hi everyone, good morning. I'm just cycling and I just stopped for a little break in this beautiful site, which you can see right now over here. It's an awesome place. And also I felt that it's a good place just to stop and reflect on what I am personally experiencing at this very moment as an individual and as a citizen of Sri Lanka, what we are experiencing as a country, and as a global citizen, what the world today are going through and what people are experiencing at the moment. I was just reflecting as I was cycling as well. And I thought that Sri Lanka today is experiencing its worst socio-economical and political disaster or crisis or the downtime. And I believe at this moment I see a very strong, very thick silver line, even this dark situation. Because youth of Sri Lanka, how they are coming together so creatively, so responsibly, how strongly they are standing up, they are rising up in terms of bringing this whole system into the right direction. Rather pointing out individuals or individual leaders, what I would like to highlight is that how these youngsters, how these youth setting an example to themselves, setting an example to the leaders of Sri Lanka, setting an example to the future generations, and setting an example to the world at large, how we can influence ourselves, people around us, and how we can influence our leaders, future generations, and how we can influence the whole world, even we are just a layman individual. That's pretty remarkable when I see that. There could be a lot of criticisms from different point of views. How do they do that and what do they do? But what I see that how they bring their diverse creativity onto the road in such a way that they are inspiring, influencing, and making an impact to the whole world and the future generations. That's pretty remarkable. At the same time, I was just thinking how each one of us in this country, in this world, can make a contribution to the world, making an influence to the so-called leaders and to the world at large. And I was just thinking, okay, how am I responding to the good times in my life or good things in my life, and how am I responding to the worst times or worst things in my life? The way I respond to those things, or the way I choose to respond in those moments in my life, maybe at home, maybe on the road, would be the same way that I may be responding to the good times and the bad times when our country goes through or when the world goes through. So it's pretty important to understanding ourselves, how we are dealing with, how we are responding to the bad times and good times in our life. By knowing that, we know that when we step into the road to stand up or rise up for the injustice, against the corruption, or making our leaders or bringing our leaders to the right direction, we can be aware of how we are setting an example to ourselves, to our future generations, to the leaders, and to the world. So I believe the real struggle, the real protest starts within. It starts by changing ourselves, our thought process and our behaviors, and bringing that inspiring thought process and behaviors to the street, and inspiring few people around you, and inspiring the country. You can inspire the whole world. So let's start within. Let's win the struggle. Let's lead the right leadership for the future generations.